You're experiencing contact, but the idea is the beings that make contact with you will create a sort of energetic distortion where once you interact with them, you immediately forget what has occurred once the interaction is over. And this is done to test your level of focus. It's done to test your level of will. Because if you're having that experience, even though it can be very mesmerizing, if you can remain conscious during it, you can actually crystallize it. So once the being leaves, you don't forget. So it's a matter of developing your focus, and it's a matter of learning how to command the energy. If you remain purely passive during the experience, you'll have a genuine experience, but once it's over, it's forgotten. This is something many beings do. And it's a way to test the evolution of your species. Because once you're able to retain the memory, this indicates you have a certain level of control over your conscious mind and over your energy. And the beings interacting with you will see that as a sign of maturity. And then they will begin to deepen the interactions. But if they depart in that way and you immediately begin to forget what has occurred, they will say, all right, they still need some time to grow. They're still learning how to sculpt their reality with their will. So learn how to develop your focus. Single-pointed meditation can be incredibly useful for this. Learning how to direct energy is also very useful for this. Knowing how to use certain geometries like pentagrams or hexagrams, things like this to create certain energetic effects will be incredibly useful, because when you're having that type of experience, you're in an astral state. Therefore, you can utilize astral energies to create changes within that experience that will augment or shift that overall energetic vibration, thus allowing for you to be able to will your conscious mind to remember what's happening. But if you remain totally passive during it, once that experience is over, the forgetting will happen. So be active, be an active participant. It will take learning to balance the idea of relaxation with activity, because if you're too focused, if you're too awake, if you're too on it in that way, you might not be able to relax enough to go into the altered state to allow for the experience to happen. But if you can totally relax, allow the experience to happen, and then become active within it, you will be able to command the energy. And that will translate as being able to retain memory.